Alright, streaming. And
this is when we were reaching about a G5 level solar
audio
storm, maybe a little
YouTube.
bit higher than, you know, a G5 plus, let's say. And as you look, you're not seeing a lot of intercontinental, very much more short hops, and definitely nothing really going past the auroral zone here. And in Europe in particular, overnight, you're not.
All right, I'll let that go for the moment, and I'm going to have to very quickly find some material to read. I'm hoping that the Sky Notes might be there, coming up to a new month. Yes, that. Sorry?
Can you hear me over Discord?
Oh, no. I'm now doing other things. Hang on. I'm not hearing anything. No, I'm not hearing any sound from you. There might be reasons for that, but I'll have to do this later. I'll have to work out the sound side of it later. At least when I'm on the microphone, it'll be okay. But running any video material is going to have to. People are going to have to rely on YouTube. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah, I've got to select the switch on the Behringer mixer for that to work. Just say something again. Yeah, the green line around your screen lights when you talk, but I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing the audio coming from your Discord?
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can see it. I can, like the green line that lights up around the screen. I can see that light as you talk, but I'm not hearing any audio. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And I've got to keep flicking a switch on the Behringer mixer so that you can hear me, because it's the switch that selects sending audio to vMix to the computer, and then of course if I'm going to hear the sound coming from the computer, I have to push the button in so that I hear the audio coming from the computer. So that's a manual thing. I have to remember to do that when I'm when I go to play the solar space weather report, things like that. Anyway, like I say, I'll just put that to rest at the moment, and I'll work on getting some material quickly together.
Rightio, no worries. At least we'll hear your audio. Might drop off.
Yeah. All right.
I'll drop off.
Okay.
Stop sharing camera. So now it's just my audio. So you just have to remember that anybody that comes in here will have to mute the channel, mute them, so no one else can hear them.
All right. Oh, Tanya's got a lot of stuff here. Alright, that's the first thing anyway. Come on, Matildas, get that goal. China's won. It's 0-1 at the moment. China's got a goal. It's always something. Alright, Sky Notes now. Let's see what astronomy.com's got. Let's bring up spaceweather.com, get that sorted. Space.com.
I'll leave it with you for now.
Yep.
So you can get your material.
Yep. Yep, no problem. It's cold. What can I get from there? So, that's true. No, nothing there. Basaltic. Come on, materials, get a goal. What have we got here? Debris, space, coastal coast, volcano mountains, James Webb. Oh, it's way too much. Keep that to a brief. Alright, so that'll take up to about half an hour. Then there's that, then what can we get from there? Actually, we might leave that to that, so if I go here, so much more. All right, time for a cup of coffee. Oh, gold. I just gets kick a goal. Put. Come on, Australia. 1 2 1 2 Harlow 1 2. Truth. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh, TV. Haven't got the transmitter got turned on. Gee, that could upset a few things. All right, about to come up on the repeater. Cool, mate. Where am I? So unprepared. So crazy. No picture. No picture. One day I will have this worked out. Bingo. Took its time, but we got there. Oh, come on, Australia. Right. Good evening. Oh, I can hear myself coming back from somewhere. Oh, it's that. This is VK3 EKH, VK3 Echo Kilo Hotel, the official station of the Astronomical Society of Victoria, with the regular Friday night broadcast coming to you from the studios of VK3CSJ in Narre Warren South. We're broadcasting on the prime frequency of 3541 kilohertz in the 80 metre amateur radio band. Also via the Melbourne television repeater, VK3 RTV Digital Channel 1 in full HT. And also on my YouTube channel, VK3CSJ. Just type in VK3CSJ in the search engine for YouTube, and you should find a TV signal there, a visual signal, a video signal. And we're also tonight experimenting for the first time running a HD video channel on Discord. And for those being able to view Discord or link into Discord via the chat window, you should be able to see my live indicator, TV live indication, or video ATV live. And if you click on that, there should be a video HT video signal there as well. It'll pick up audio from the microphone okay. But what we found out a little bit too late in the running of things is that when I go to the Tamitha report tonight, the Space Weather Woman's solar report, there won't be any audio coming from that. It'll go over HF okay, and also YouTube. But the running the video over Discord, the sound is, for some reason, will be muted. So the normal audio should be fine from me, but when I cross to the Space Weather Report, you're going to have to go across to the YouTube stream to catch the video to match the vision. So that sort of defeats the purpose of what I wanted, because the Discord video is far, far better to watch as far as the sound delay is concerned. There's less than a second delay on the audio side of things with the video, as opposed to the 20-second delay on YouTube. So I am working with Richard, VK3VRS, on solving that problem, and we should be able to have some sort of a plug-in video cable thing that simulates something or other, and we should be able to have the video side of things sorted out next time. Otherwise, it's an experiment, and the video side on Discord should be reasonably good hi-fi video, if you can say that. Anyway, HD video. All right, so we'll get into a few things. I'm looking over my shoulder from time to time because I'm watching the Matildas playing against China on the 10 network, and so far they haven't scored a goal. Bit disappointed, so they better hurry up and score. All right, here it is on the 31st of May. A very pleasant good evening to everybody, and I think I've got my audio levels sorted out. I spent about an hour just a short while ago getting my audio levels sorted out, so I should be able to, when it comes to playing the Space Weather Woman and any other announcements, that should come across without overdriving anything, which is the main thing here. For those that are tuning in for the first time and don't know what the hell is going on, the Astronomical Society of Victoria was founded in 1922, comprises over 1,600 members throughout Victoria and other states of Australia and overseas. Membership of the Society is open to all persons with an interest in astronomy. The Society's objectives are to encourage the study and practice of astronomy and to disseminate the knowledge of the science and to provide greater facilities for the study among its members. Monthly meetings are usually held on the second Wednesday of each month, except in January, the latter being held on a Saturday night. Meetings start at 8 p.m. in the Mullier Hall, Burwood Avenue, Melbourne, near the Melbourne Observatory, which is located adjacent to the Shrine of Remembrance. Parking is available at Burwood Avenue, Dallas Brooks Drive and the surrounding streets. Admission is free and visitors are most welcome. Privileges of membership include the right to borrow books, periodicals and other publications from the Society's extensive library located at the Melbourne Observatory. Receipt of the ASV's magazine Crux, containing articles, news, observing notes and the like, and the free provision of the Astronomical Yearbook. Access is available to telescopes on members' nights held regularly at the Melbourne Observatory and after monthly meetings, weather permitting. These instruments include the Society's 300mm equatorial reflector and a 300mm portable reflector. The 200mm refractor managed by the Royal Botanic Gardens and a recently restored photoheliograph are also housed at the observatory and are accessible as well. The Society also has a number of 200mm reflectors available for short period loan, so members can try before they buy. Regular Society Club Night meetings are held at the Melbourne Observatory in the Ellery Suite, Burwood Avenue, opposite the Shrine of Remembrance. Members are encouraged to use the Society's instruments located there in order to gain first-hand experience in telescope use. These instruments include a 508mm equatorial reflector and a number of small reflectors. Members are also encouraged to make use of the Society's country property located near Heathcote, some 90 minutes drive north of Melbourne. There are a range of instruments available for members to use, the larger two only with appropriate training, and they range from 300mm to 1000mm in aperture. Also located on site is the 8.5 fully steerable radio telescope, which members can access with involvement in the radio astronomy section. Members are encouraged to make and use telescopes. Advice and help on both matters are provided willingly to newcomers desiring to do the same thing. Instrument making is only one of the number of common interest activities catered for within the Society. Other areas of interest that members can participate in include deep sky observing, astrophotography, lunar and planetary observing, auroral, meteor, comet, radio astronomy, computing, cosmology and astrophysics. Historical studies and research in astronomy in general are all catered for. Contact details for various section directors are provided in the yearbook. Further information may be obtained by visiting the ASV website at www.asv.org.au. That's www.asv.org.au. Notification of events are given in the Crux Extra bulletins sent out via email to members every other week. Please note that the ASV will conform to all government health directives. Thus, ASV events may be required to be cancelled, removed, or postponed, or moved. If you wish to write a letter to the email to the ASV, you can send or address your envelope to the Secretary of the Astronomical Society of Victoria, GPO Box 1059, Melbourne, Victoria 3001. That's the Secretary, Astronomical Society of Victoria, GPO Box 1059, Melbourne, Victoria 3001. Okay, you're tuned to ASV Radio, VK3 Echo Kilo Hotel, the official station of the Astronomical Society of Victoria. And I probably could have gone with my little announcements instead of having to say it. Let me see if this is going to work, because I have to do just one little thing for this to work.
You're tuned to VK3EKH, the official station of the Astronomical Society of Victoria, with the regular Friday night broadcast coming to you from the studios of VK3CSJ in Narre Warren South. Thanks,
Ralph. So now that level was good, wasn't it? It wasn't too loud, wasn't too graunchy. It sounded pretty good here on the Shake. So we've got a few others like that. Right. Just looking at the soccer game there. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't see the score, so maybe it's half time. All right, now let's get into a few things here. Being the first, or almost the beginning of a new month. In fact, it's winter. As of midnight tonight, we go into a new season. We finally hit the winter period, and if we haven't already experienced the cold depths of Antarctica hitting us here in Melbourne, then it's going to get even worse. But is that game finished? Has it? It looks like I don't know. It looks like the game might have finished. Oh dear. Anyway, find out in a minute. All right. So must concentrate. Yes. So let's see. We got Sky Notes from Tanya Hill, from courtesy of the Science Museum Planetarium. And if I can just bring it up. There it is. Okay. So, Sky Notes for June 2024. Tanya starts off with the winter solstice. Winter solstice occurs this month in the southern hemisphere. On the 21st, the sun rises and sets at its most northerly points. Its path is the lowest of the year, giving us our shortest day, and its rays arrive at their shallowest angle, giving it the least energy per square metre. That's the 21st of the month. Solstice comes from the Latin sol, or sun. At the winter solstice, the sun is said to stand still at its northernmost extreme, after which it begins its daily southwards progression to the spring equinox. This daily shift and the solstices and equinoxes result from the Earth's rotational axis being tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees from its orbit around the Sun. And now Tanya reports, of course, on the aurora that's been going on. She says, across the media and online last month, beautiful pictures appeared of the aurora australis, or southern lights. So we prepared this brief explainer about the extraordinary phenomenon enjoyed by so many, including the metropolitan Melbourne, as seen below. So I shall just bring up this picture that she's included here. There it is. There's another one to follow. This picture on the screen right now. A beautiful, wafting, colourful curtain aurora seen from Albert Park beachfront, Melbourne, looking southwest at 12:26 a.m. Sunday, the 12th of May. This photo used by Google Pixel 6 Pro on night mode with aperture f1.9 and exposure of 1/3 of a second. An excellent example of how an extra active sun can cause aurora to be visible in lower latitudes than normal. So yes, I wasn't using a Google Pixel 6 or anything like that. My Samsung S23 has night mode, and it recorded a very similar image. So pretty amazing stuff. Anyway, this is probably a more interesting picture to show. There it is. So this is the Southern Lights, or Aurora Australis, show as a green band encircling Antarctica and the South Polar region, seen by NASA's image satellite in September 2005. Overlaid on its satellite blue marble of Earth, Australia can be seen in the upper right. So that's just an example. That's not exactly an image taken on the weekend of that we had the aurora, but it just goes to show how superimposed over Antarctica and where Australia is in the scheme of things, how the glow of the aurora can be. So it's quite good. There's a couple of videos associated with this article on the aurora, but I haven't bothered to bring them across. So you'll just have to take my word for it that it's pretty much the same thing. It's actually mostly what the aurora looks like from the International Space Station as it flies over from their perspective, which is also quite interesting. Space weather includes the effect our local star and sun has on Earth, local star the sun has on Earth. In current solar maximum period in the sun's 11-year cycle of energy output, increased solar activity has generated higher than normal levels. Just heard a funny sound. normal levels of solar particles in the solar wind that blows out across the solar system in all directions. This current solar max is occurring a year earlier than predicted and is creating auroras further from the polar regions than they normally appear, she says. All right, I'll just bring up the camera again. Now, she's talking about the Earth's force field here. As our planet rotates, its solid iron nickel inner core and liquid iron outer core acts as a massive dynamo, generating electric currents which produces an extended protective magnetic field enveloping the Earth. Physics has shown that an electric current in a conducting material, whether it be copper wire or an entire planet, will produce a magnetic field. The reverse is also true. A magnetic field can induce an electric current. Such is the dual nature of the electromagnetism, or of electromagnetism. Earth's dynamic field deflects most of the high-energy charged particles of protons and electrons that form the solar wind, which travels at 400 to 800 kilometers per second. Some particles, actually before I continue on, there's a diagram here that she's included. So I'll just bring up this diagram so the text that I'm reading has some sort of relevance. Yes. Earth's dynamic field deflects most of the high-energy charged particles of protons and electrons that form the solar wind, which travels at 400 to 800 kilometers a second. Some particles, however, spiral in between the field lines and are trapped over our planet's magnetic poles. In a process not fully understood, billions are released and collide with air molecules in the upper atmosphere. And this image on the screen right now, the Earth's magnetic field extending into space deflects much of the solar wind, although some particles slip in to the polar regions and interact with air molecules in the upper atmosphere, causing auroras centered around the north and south magnetic poles. So that gives you a bit of an idea of how that kind of looks on the screen there. Colourful curtains. These particles impart energy to high-altitude air molecules which become temporarily charged and then release protons of light at specific wavelengths corresponding to the aurora colours we see, as they return to their normal unexcited state. With Earth's magnetic field lines constantly fluctuating, the overall effect is shifting patterns of colour in the upper atmosphere, looking very often like vast curtains rippling in a gentle breeze. Auroras typically occur at between 100 to 300 kilometres altitude, and sometimes as high as 600 kilometres. Colours are green from oxygen, pink from nitrogen, red from higher altitude oxygen, and blue or purple from hydrogen and helium, although these last two are not easily seen. The auroras occur at all times but are best seen on clear nights where they can be a spectacular sight, Tanya says. Being solar maximum, it is highly likely that there will be more good times to observe and photograph auroras. The Australian Bureau of Meteorology Space Weather Forecasting Centre advises on cloud cover, auroral conditions and solar wind activity along with useful videos. Okay, Melbourne sunrise and sunset times for this coming month. On Tuesday, the 1st of June, the sunrise will be at 7:26 a.m, setting at 5:09 p.m, with the average day length being 9 hours 42 minutes. On Sunday, the 11th of June, sunrise will be at 7:32 a.m., setting at 5:07 p.m., with the average day length being 9:34 hours. By Wednesday, the 21st of June, sunrise will be at 7:35 a.m., setting at 5:08 p.m., with the day length being 9 hours and 32 minutes. By the end of the month, on the 30th, Friday the 30th of June, the sun will be rising at 7:36, setting at 5:11 p.m., with the day being 9 hours and 34 minutes. Moon phases. There will be a new moon on Thursday the 6th. There will be a first quarter phase on Friday the 14th. There will be a full moon on Saturday the 22nd. And there will be a third quarter phase on Saturday the 29th. As far as moon distances are concerned, the lunar perigee closest to the Earth is on Thursday the 27th at 369,286 kilometres. And then on Friday the 14th, the moon will be furthest from the Earth, or apogee, at 404,077 kilometres. Planets. Mercury, after its passage behind the Sun, is not visible this month, being still too close to the Sun. Venus, however, is not yet visible after having just completed its superior solar conjunction and passage behind the Sun. Mars can be seen in the early morning, rising in the east around 3:30 a.m. and moving to the northeast before fading from view by the dawn light. Jupiter rises around 6 a.m. early in the month and a little earlier each morning before quickly fading in the early dawn light. Saturn rises by 1 a.m. early in the month and moves across the northeastern and northern sky before fading by dawn. By mid-June, it will rise at midnight, and by the end of the month by 11:30 p.m. Meteors. There are two minor meteor showers this month. The Aritid meteor shower in the constellation of Aries, which occurs through to June 24, but peaks on June 11. So from Melbourne, the shower is likely best seen just before dawn. Although low in number, less than 10 per hour, they can often be spectacular and bright, with many displaying a yellow-orange colour. So if you are able to look up in the sky on June 11 at the peak, June 11, look towards the constellation of Aries, and if you see any shooting stars that have a yellowy-orange colour to their tail, that'll be a Aritid meteor. The other meteor shower is the Bootid meteor shower, Bootid. Excuse me. The Bootid meteor shower in the constellation of Bootes appears late in June and into early July. The best time to see meteors is after midnight with no moon in the night sky. All right, so that's the two main showers coming up. Stars